Have you ever met someone who had hit true rock bottom but fully deserved it? My college roommate Derek was the kind of guy who thought rules didn't apply to him. From day one, he acted like he was doing everyone a favor just by existing. While I was cramming for organic chemistry and working nights at the campus library for $8 an hour, Derek had discovered what he called his business opportunity. He started selling fake IDs to underclassmen during our sophomore year. Not just basic fakes either. Derek had invested in professional equipment and was churning out convincing licenses for $200 each. Word spread fast among freshmen desperate to get into bars and buy alcohol. Within months, Derek was making more in a weekend than I earned in a month of actual work. The success went straight to his head. He bought expensive designer clothes, threw elaborate parties in our tiny dorm room, and started acting like some kind of campus kingpin. Every night, kids would knock on our door with crumpled 20s, whispering about needing IDs for the weekend. Derek would lean back in his gaming chair like he was running the mafia, taking orders and acting superior. "You're such an idiot for working that dead-end library job," he'd tell me while counting stacks of cash. "This is easy money and college security is way too stupid to figure it out. I'm basically untouchable." He'd wave around hundreds of dollars and mock me for studying late into the night. "I make in 1 hour what takes you a whole week." I kept warning him that selling fake IDs was serious business, not just some harmless college prank. Federal charges, real prison time, permanent criminal records. But Derek brushed off every concern with the same arrogant smirk. "Nothing's gonna happen," he'd say. "These campus cops can't even catch kids smoking weed behind the dorms." Derek's confidence only grew as months passed without consequences. He upgraded his equipment, started advertising through encrypted messaging apps, and even began offering fake student IDs for people trying to sneak into campus events. His customer base expanded beyond our school to nearby colleges. He was clearing $15,000 a month while maintaining a 3.8 GPA without studying. Everything changed during finals week of our senior year. Derek had been selling IDs to this quiet freshman named Sarah, who seemed mature for her age and always paid in exact cash. She'd been buying licenses for her sorority sisters and was one of his most reliable customers. What Derek didn't know was that Sarah's father was the city's police chief. Sarah got busted trying to buy alcohol at a downtown liquor store. The clerk spotted the fake immediately and called the cops. When officers arrived, Sarah was terrified about getting kicked out of school so close to graduation. She immediately gave up Derek's name, told them about his operation, and even offered to cooperate with investigation to avoid charges. Campus police coordinated with city detectives to raid our dorm at 6 a.m. on a Tuesday morning. I woke up to pounding on our door and shouting about search warrants. Derek stumbled out of bed in his boxers, still half drunk from the night before. As officers stormed into our room, they found everything. Derek's laptop with spreadsheets of customer names and order histories, his professional ID printer and laminating equipment hidden in our closet, boxes of blank cardstock and hologram stickers. Most damaging of all, they discovered $15,000 in cash stuffed under his mattress in Ziploc bags. Half the dorm watched from their doorways as Derek got handcuffed and escorted outside in his underwear. Students were filming with their phones, posting videos that went viral on campus social media within hours. The same guy who'd acted like an untouchable crime boss was now crying and begging officers to let him put on clothes. The criminal charges were devastating. Multiple felony counts for fraud, identity theft, and operating an illegal business. The prosecutor argued Derek had endangered public safety by helping minors access alcohol and had defrauded hundreds of people. His parents hired a least expensive defense attorney, but the evidence was overwhelming. Computer files, physical equipment, witness testimonies, and that mountain of cash. During sentencing, the judge said Derek's operation was one of the most sophisticated fake ID rings they'd ever prosecuted at a college level. He got 3 years in state prison, 5 years probation, and had to pay restitution to every student he'd scammed. His degree was revoked and he was permanently banned from campus. Last month, 3 years after graduation, Derek called me from a halfway house. His voice was shaking and he sounded defeated in a way I'd never heard before. He asked if I could lend him $50 for bus fare to a job interview at McDonald's. The same guy who used to mock my minimum wage library work was now begging me for money to apply at fast food restaurants. Prison had broken him completely. He told me about getting beaten up for his commissary money, spending months in solitary confinement, and watching other inmates get released while his appeals kept getting denied. His parents had disowned him after spending their retirement savings on legal fees. His girlfriend had married someone else. His old friends wouldn't return his calls. I listened to him cry about how unfair everything was, how he'd learned his lesson and just needed a second chance. Then I remembered all those nights he'd kept me awake counting money and calling me stupid for working honest jobs. I told him I was busy and hung up.